What is up YouTube, and welcome to this Flash video. So if you're new to the channel, please do consider leaving a like and a subscribe down below if you did enjoy the video. So the Flash is finished for season 4, but season 5 is a couple of months away. I think it should be starting around October. I think that's off the top of my head. But one of the contentious points of the past season was the fact that we had a non-speedster villain, being the Thinker. Now, while the villain for next season hasn't officially been revealed, there has been very many hints and leaks that it could be Cicada, someone who wants to actually siphon off the power of the Barry or Wally or whoever it would be, quite similar to what he did to Wally in the comics. But it is interesting that it's been revealed that it could possibly be someone who simply just disables the powers of metahumans and hates metahumans. So it might not be getting that faithful adaptation. But whoever it is, I don't think that could be the main villain, and obviously they have yet to reveal who the main villain is. But with someone like the Thinker, and also villains of the Flash and the Arrowverse as a whole, they always return. So we've had the Reverse Flash not only return on the Flash, but he has also returned on Legends of Tomorrow and also the Crisis on Earth X crossover. We've had many other villains return, unless they're completely and utterly destroyed, much like the poor old Zoom. He could return, but then again, we did have the Black Flash that kind of turned into the Black Flash. So in that instance, in that scheme of things, I do think they are going to return, and think the Thinker could possibly, definitely return to the show. Now, if you have read the Jeff Johns era of The Flash, well, you'll know that the Thinker has had many different versions. Obviously, this version of the Thinker is a very classical version. While he's very technological, we do actually have him have the thinking cap, and that's pretty much it. He has a physical form, and he's walking around and being, you know, the Thinker and stuff, and getting up to all kinds of mischief. However, the Thinker in the comics, once his physical body had died, well, he did actually have something happen which was a lot different and was teased in the end of the season 4 finale. So in the comics, we did actually have Clifford DeVoe. He was turned into an artificial intelligence by Mr. Terrific. Mr. Terrific used the thinking cap to create an AI, and he wanted to actually use it for DeVoe's brain patterns. Of course, that always will turn into a bad idea. Now, what is really cool here is the fact that we do actually have Mr. Terrific in the Arrowverse. So what we could actually have here is that we could see the Thinker return, possibly on Arrow. And this is just speculation here, because at the end we did actually have the powers of Kilgore be revealed, that the Thinker still has those powers in some way, because he's uploaded himself to his thinking chair, and he still exists as an AI, and he's taking over. Now, while he does still exist, there are two options here how he could return. The first, of course, being that Mr. Terrific could get a hold of the chair, work on this, and maybe work on this for his business he has with Felicity, and work on this sort of thing, and try and come up with a new sort of AI based on this thinking. And I imagine that Team Flash would reach out to Curtis to try and actually sort of use this technology for good, but it could turn completely bad. And what could happen is he could then awaken and try and go around the Enlightenment. And then what happened in the comics was we did have this AI attack Keystone City, and we did have Wally actually get taken over, and he did try and control people's brains and use it for processing power. So that is definitely what could happen here. I think is definitely in the realms of possibilities. Could even pop up on Legends of Tomorrow as well, because he's such a, I thought he was a great villain, but it was bogged down a bit. It went on just a bit too long. However, another idea is the fact that when he was taking control of Star Labs, he could have uploaded his mind and his kind of consciousness into the internet, so he could actually survive there and go into cyberspace, and he could be hiding and waiting to take on the Flash and commit or execute his plan of enlightenment once more. So I think that'd be pretty cool if that did happen. That's certainly something I think would be an interesting idea, and it would make an interesting villain just for a pop-up every now and then, because we do have many of the rogues pop up every now and then as well. So I think that'd be pretty cool. So let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think he'll return in those ways? Would you like to see him pop up on Arrow at some point? I know we had Cade and James, that's a bit long in the tooth, but I think it would be an interesting idea nonetheless. Now, another idea is the fact that let's not forget that Ralph Dibny has actually taken over the body of the Thinker, so his body, and really, for all intents and purposes, his mind. So, will Ralph actually have to fight and wrestle internally with the rest of all the other bus metas? Because, when you think about it, all the bus metas have been absorbed by him, although technically they are all dead as well. So I don't know if there's any sort of remnants of them still lying around inside his brain, but as we have it at the moment, it is just Ralph in that body, and perhaps Ralph has sort of destroyed the Thinker in the kind of mind sort of level. So if he's gone, well, he's completely gone as well, except for the AI version that could be created by Curtis or have actually secretly been uploaded to the internet. So what do you guys think? Do you think that he does actually have all those minds within him wrestling, or does he have their powers? I would probably hasten to think that maybe he doesn't have their powers, but there is the idea that if they're all dead, how did he have them originally? So Ralph potentially does actually have access to all of the bus meta's powers. So he's going to be the most OP guy on the show, which means he's going to die or leave very, very soon. But that is it for this video. Please drop a like, please subscribe, and I'll see you soon, and goodbye.